Your future self is watching. Every choice you make right now, every second you waste, every excuse you swallow, it's all being recorded. He's taking notes. He sees the lazy man you could become, the coward who quit when it hurt, the weakling who surrendered to comfort. And he's judging you, not tomorrow, not next week, right now. Do you think it's harmless to scroll, to nap, to put off the hard work? Do you think your weak decisions won't echo into the man you'll be years from now? Wrong. Every second you give in to ease is a brick in the prison you're building for yourself. Every skipped effort, every delay, every surrender is adding weight to the chains around your future. Your future self doesn't forgive. He doesn't forget. He either thanks you or despises you. And right now, he is disgusted. The poison of quitting. Quitting is the slowest, most seductive poison a man can take. It doesn't scream. It doesn't demand attention. It whispers, soft and convincing. You deserve a break. You've done enough. Tomorrow will be easier. And every time you listen, it sinks deeper into your veins, corroding your strength, your ambition, your future. The first time you quit, it feels harmless. You shrug it off. You tell yourself you'll start again tomorrow. But tomorrow never comes for the weak. Every quitting moment compounds. Every surrender trains your body, your mind, your soul to accept defeat. That's the trap. The man who quits today builds the weak man of tomorrow. And soon, there's no fight left in you, only excuses, regrets, and shame. Look around. Every man who failed, every dream that died, every empire that crumbled, they all began with quitting. A single, seemingly innocent surrender. A choice to avoid pain, delay effort, or take the easy path. One choice builds a champion. One choice builds a corpse. Quitting is a betrayal, not of the world, not of your boss, not of your friends. Quitting is betrayal of yourself. Your future self is screaming at you for every compromise, every half effort, every skipped battle. And when he confronts you years from now, he won't ask why you quit, he'll ask why you didn't fight. Why you didn't claw, scratch, bleed, sweat, and endure. Excuses are the accomplices of quitting. The lies you tell yourself to justify surrender. I'm too tired. I deserve rest. I'll start tomorrow. Those words are shackles. Every man who believes them trades his future for temporary comfort. Every man who follows them becomes small, weak, and visible. That's the truth. Brutal, unforgiving. Quitting is a betrayal of opportunity. Every time you quit, you deny yourself growth, progress, and victory. The world doesn't wait. Life doesn't reset. Opportunities vanish while the quitter sleeps. Doors close, chances die, and regrets multiply. Your future self carries the weight of every missed moment. He remembers, he judges, and if you keep quitting, he despises. Pain is unavoidable. Struggle is inevitable. Life is designed to test you, to break you, to humiliate you. The difference between men who rise and men who rot is simple. The first endure, the second quit. Quitting is weakness masquerading as logic, cowardice wrapped in justification. You will never be respected by quitting. You will never earn, build, or conquer by quitting. The poison of quitting is invisible, but its effects are permanent. It seeps into your character, your relationships, your health, your mind. It erodes courage, stamina, and ambition. Every compromise reinforces your chains. Every surrender whispers, you are not enough. And that whisper becomes a roar over time, until you believe it. The strongest men in history didn't avoid pain, they stared it down. They endured hardship, humiliation, and loss, and they refused to quit. Spartans held Thermopylae against impossible odds. Marcus Aurelius bore the weight of empire, death, and betrayal without surrendering. Alexander the Great conquered half the known world because quitting was not an option. They understood the law of effort. Quit once, and the habit becomes a life sentence. Your future self is watching right now. He sees every corner you cut, every shortcut you take, every moment you chose ease over discipline. He catalogs it all. He is writing the story you will have to live with. Every skipped workout, every delayed project, every avoided confrontation, it is building a history of weakness that he will never forgive. Do you want to live a life your future self despises? Do you want to hand him a story of failure and mediocrity? Or do you want to fight, bleed, endure, and make him proud? Every choice is a vote. Every moment of resistance is a vote for greatness. Every surrender is a vote for mediocrity. Quitting is not just a decision, it's an identity. The more you quit, the weaker your identity becomes. You are training yourself to be a man who gives up when things hurt, when things challenge you, when life demands more than you're willing to give. That is not survival, that is death in slow motion. Every man who has ever accomplished greatness has paid the price of never quitting. They fell, yes, they failed, yes, but they did not quit. They fought through exhaustion, fear, and pain. They stared adversity in the eye and refused to blink. They did not negotiate with weakness. They crushed it. You must do the same. Quit once, and you will do it again. Quit twice, and it becomes a lifestyle. Quit 1,000 times, and your life is a monument to your surrender. But resist, fight, endure, and you build strength, character, and honor. You carve your future self out of stone instead of letting him rot in shame. Your future self is watching. He is not asking for excuses. He is not pleading. He is judging. Every moment you quit, he marks it down. Every effort you make, he cheers silently. He remembers what you sacrificed, what you endured, what you overcame. And he will either thank you for fighting or curse you for surrendering. Quitting is a slow death. Every man who succumbs to it dies in life long before his body collapses. His potential is murdered, his dreams vanish, his legacy evaporates, and the world moves on without him forgetting his name, his efforts, his existence. That is the reality. Brutal, absolute. So quit lying to yourself. Quit pretending it doesn't matter. Quit believing tomorrow is a safety net. Every choice matters, every action counts. And your future self is waiting, watching, recording. He knows if you are a man who fights or a man who quits. Do not poison yourself. Do not betray the man you are meant to become. Fight, endure, resist, persist, sweat, bleed, suffer, and conquer. Your future self demands nothing less. And the clock is ticking. The prison of comfort. Comfort is a cage, invisible, seductive, deadly. It whispers lies in your ear. Rest now, it's fine, you deserve it, tomorrow will do, and you listen. Every time you surrender to ease, you lock another bar in the prison you're building for yourself. The soft bed, the easy chair, the distraction that numbs your mind, they are the chains of mediocrity. Look around. Most men are trapped. They spend their lives seeking comfort. They avoid challenges, avoid struggle, avoid pain. They think it's harmless. They think life is about ease. But comfort is the enemy that hides in plain sight. It erodes ambition. It crushes willpower. It robs you of strength before you even realize it. The man who chooses comfort today chooses weakness tomorrow. The body he could have built decays. The mind he could have sharpened grows soft. The opportunities he could have seized vanish. Comfort is not passive, it is active destruction. Every minute spent in ease is a minute of potential stolen, a brick in the wall that separates you from greatness. Historical giants never lived in comfort. Spartans trained until blood ran on the sand. Roman soldiers endured heat, hunger, and exhaustion. Alexander the Great rode through deserts and battled countless enemies because comfort was forbidden. Every empire, every conquest, every lasting achievement was built by men who despised ease and embraced struggle. They understood that comfort is death masquerading as pleasure. Your future self knows this. He feels every hour you waste on distractions, every night you surrender to laziness, every excuse you swallowed instead of grinding. He carries the weight of all the comfort you embraced. And when he faces you, he will either thank you for resisting it or curse you for letting it kill you softly. Comfort is not rest. Comfort is surrender. It tricks you into believing you are safe, but safety is the illusion of the weak. Life does not reward ease. Life rewards effort, discipline, endurance, and risk. The man who seeks comfort is already dead inside, even if his body still breathes. Every time you reach for distraction instead of growth, you strengthen the bars around your cage. Every time you say, "I'll rest now, I'll start later," you are building the prison for your future self. And that prison is real. One day, your future self will arrive and he will see it. The strength he could have had, the opportunities he could have seized, the legacy he could have built, all gone because you chose comfort over conquest. The dangerous thing about comfort is that it is addictive. The more you give in, the harder it becomes to resist. Every skipped workout, every wasted hour, every time you avoided the hard path, your body and mind crave more ease. They beg for it. They lie to you. They tell you it's harmless. But every lie compounds into weakness, and weakness compounds into failure. You are already at war with comfort. Every day, it tests you. It offers the illusion of peace while stealing your potential. It seduces you with pleasure while chaining your future self. And the only way to win is to refuse it, to fight it, to tear it from your life with every ounce of will you have. Strength is forged in struggle. Will is sharpened in resistance. Success is earned in discomfort. Comfort is a slow killer. Every man who seeks it dies inside before his body does. And your future self is already watching. He sees your cage, sees the bars forming, sees the soft man you are becoming. But there is a path out. Reject ease, embrace struggle, chase growth over comfort, bleed in the gym, grind in your craft, face fear instead of hiding from it. Every act of resistance weakens comfort's grip. Every sacrifice strengthens your future self. Every moment you fight is another brick removed from the cage. Your future self doesn't want excuses. He wants results. He wants proof that you rejected ease and earned the man you could become. Comfort offers temporary pleasure, but the respect of your future self, the legacy you leave, the power you command that comes only through relentless effort, through struggle embraced, through discomfort conquered. Remember, the cage is invisible, but its weight is real. You may not feel it now, but every time you choose ease over effort, it grows heavier. One day it will crush you. One day, the man you could have become will look at you and see what you allowed comfort to do to him. Will he bow in respect or spit in contempt? The choice is yours. Comfort or conquest, ease or effort, weakness or power. Every second you waste chasing pleasure, your future self suffers. Every second you embrace struggle, you forge him into a king. The bars of your prison are built one moment at a time. The fight is constant, and the war is real. Your future self as judge, jury, executioner. Your future self is already here. He's watching silently, cataloging every choice, every action, every surrender. He doesn't care about excuses. He doesn't care about how tired you are, how busy you were, how unfair life seemed. He only sees results or the lack of them. He is judge, he is jury, he is executioner. Every time you cut corners, skip effort, avoid struggle, he notices. Every time you choose comfort over conquest, he records it, and he does not forgive. One day, he will confront you, and when that day comes, he will either nod in respect or he will spit in contempt. There is no middle ground, there is no mercy, there is only truth. You might think this is abstract, that is some motivational metaphor, but it is real. Your future self carries every scar of your choices. He remembers every wasted hour. He feels the weight of every compromise. Every weak decision is a debt he must bear, and unlike life, he will not let it slide. He will remind you mercilessly of the man you could have become. The strongest men in history understood this principle without naming it. Alexander the Great, at 20, already measured himself against the man he wanted to be at 30. He was ruthless with weakness because he knew that compromise breeds failure. Marcus Aurelius wrote Meditations to hold himself accountable, knowing that his future self depended on every choice he made today. Every empire, every legend, every life worth remembering was built under the constant supervision of the man who would come after. You are living in the shadow of your future self right now. Every choice is being judged, every hesitation is being logged, every action is either a credit or a debt. And when the final confrontation comes, there will be no excuses, no apologies, just a reckoning. And it will hurt because he will not accept anything less than everything you could have given. Understand this. The confrontation is inevitable. Your future self cannot be ignored. You cannot escape him by scrolling, by distractions, by hiding in comfort. He is a silent executioner waiting at the edge of your time. And the longer you delay, the heavier the judgment grows. Every weak choice you make is another brick in the gallows where your future self will hang your excuses. He will look at you and see what you abandoned, the potential you sold for ease, the strength you refused to cultivate, the legacy you ignored, and he will not be patient. He will not forgive. If you are weak now, he will hate you. If you are strong, he will honor you. This is the law of accountability. The law no man escapes. The universe does not care about your intentions. History does not care about your plans. Your future self does not care about your excuses. He cares about what you did, not what you thought. And that is the ultimate test. Every man who has ever achieved greatness carried this silent judge inside him. He listened to the whisper of his future self in every choice. He measured every action against the man he wanted to become. He fought even when it hurt, endured when it was unbearable, and sacrificed when it was inconvenient. That is why he survived life's storms, conquered its challenges, and left a legacy worth remembering. You, right now, are being measured by the same standard. The man you could be is watching. He is relentless. He does not sleep. He does not forgive. He does not forget. And the day will come when he will confront you face to face. Ask yourself, will he respect you or despise you? Will he see a man who fought, who endured, who refused to quit? Or will he see a man who cowered, who delayed, who surrendered to comfort and fear? That confrontation is already shaping your life. Every second you hesitate, every corner you cut, every excuse you swallow builds the verdict you will face. You might think, I'll get to him later, I'll catch up, I can still fix this. Wrong. Time is relentless. Your future self grows impatient. Every delay, every weakness, every act of surrender adds to the weight of judgment. And when he finally confronts you, the consequences will not be negotiable. This is why discipline is not optional. This is why sacrifice is not negotiable. This is why struggle is your ally and comfort is your enemy. Every day you refuse to act, every time you take the easy path, you are arming your future self with contempt instead of pride. And he will not hold back. You need to act now, not for the world, not for recognition, not for applause, for the man who is already watching, who carries the weight of your choices, who will judge your life with perfect clarity. He is the only true witness. He is the only voice that matters. And he is not impressed by laziness, excuses, or comfort. Every man who became legendary understood this. They were in constant dialogue with their future selves. They fought every temptation to quit, every urge to delay, every whisper of weakness. They knew that the man who comes after is the ultimate measure of their worth, and they lived and died by that law. You are in that same battle right now. With every choice you make, you are either building the respect of your future self or the contempt he will carry for the rest of your life. He will not negotiate. He will not forgive. He will not wait. And he is already watching. So measure your every action. Crush excuses before they grow. Confront weakness before it multiplies. Fight for discipline before laziness claims you. Every step you take today is a step in the judgment hall where your future self waits, and the verdict will be delivered without mercy. He is not a phantom. He is not a distant possibility. He is the man you could already be, staring at the path you refuse to walk. He is waiting. He is watching. And when he confronts you, he will either nod in respect or spit in contempt. The choice is yours, but he is inevitable. Borrowing power from pain. Pain is not your enemy. Pain is the currency of power. Every drop of sweat, every ache in your muscles, every moment of struggle, it is investment. You don't understand it yet, but the man you will become depends on how you spend it. Avoid pain and you rob yourself. Embrace it and you forge a weapon that nothing in the world can defeat. Most men flee from pain. They seek comfort, distraction, pleasure. They chase the easy path, believing the world owes them safety. They are weak, they are predictable, and their future selves hate them for it. Because pain is not punishment, it is potential. Pain is proof that you are alive, that you are fighting, that you are building something worth remembering. Every moment of discomfort you endure is a brick in the foundation of your future self. Every battle you fight while trembling, every weight you lift while burning, every challenge you face when your instincts scream stop, it compounds into power. It compounds into strength. It compounds into respect. Pain is a tool. Pain is a weapon. And it is free for those brave enough to take it. Consider the men who built history. Spartans, soldiers, revolutionaries, emperors. They did not seek ease. They did not cower when the world pressed against them. They walked into pain. They stared death in the eye. They turned suffering into strength. Every scar, every hardship, every sacrifice, it was ammunition. And when they faced their future selves, they stood victorious, unbroken, immortal. You have been running from pain all your life. Every skipped workout, every avoided challenge, every corner cut, it's proof that you have denied your own potential. Proof that you have delivered weakness to your future self. And one day, he will confront you. He will see your avoidance, your surrender, your cowardice, and he will despise you. But you can borrow power from pain. You can take the suffering you face today, the resistance, the struggle, and convert it into a weapon. Every moment you push through exhaustion, every ounce of effort you summon when you feel weak, every challenge you embrace instead of avoiding it is yours. That is how the man you want to be is built. Pain is the forge. You are the metal. Endure, and you are shaped. Understand this. Comfort weakens. Pain strengthens. Avoidance destroys. Confrontation builds. Every weak man avoids pain. Every strong man seeks it, knowing it is the only path to mastery, to legacy, to respect. The world does not reward the timid, it rewards the relentless. The suffering man who refuses to break. The one who borrows the agony of today to secure victory tomorrow. Your future self is counting on it. Every ounce of pain you endure now, every hardship you face without complaint, every challenge you tackle when your instincts scream retreat, he remembers, and he is building himself from it. Every skipped challenge, every surrendered battle, he bears the burden. And he will never forgive you for avoidance. The universe doesn't care about excuses. It doesn't care about your fears, your doubts, your tiredness. Pain is neutral. It will break the weak and strengthen the brave. And your future self will either stand on the shoulders of your endurance or drown in the legacy of your surrender. Look at life objectively. Every man who achieved greatness leveraged pain. Muhammad Ali fought through bruises, exhaustion, and defeat. Leonardo da Vinci worked obsessively, enduring rejection and ridicule. Napoleon marched through exhaustion, hunger, and freezing nights to conquer nations. They understood the law. Pain is power if you use it. Weak men flee, strong men harness it. You can choose which side you belong to. You can fight through the pain, bleed through effort, embrace struggle, and deliver strength, discipline, and legacy to your future self. Or you can shrink, surrender, avoid, and deliver weakness, shame, and regret. Every choice is counted, every second is logged, every hardship either builds you or buries you. Stop fearing pain. Stop hiding from struggle. Stop running from the discomfort that precedes growth. Your body, your mind, your character, they demand it. Pain is your proving ground. It is the crucible where weak men are melted into nothing and strong men are forged into kings. Remember this always. The man you want to become is waiting for you to take the suffering of today and convert it into the power of tomorrow. He is watching. He is recording. And he will either stand tall because of what you endured, or he will curse you for what you abandoned. Pain is not temporary. Its effects are eternal. The strength you gain, the resilience you build, the habits you forge, they follow you for life. Avoid it, and weakness becomes permanent. Embrace it, and you become unstoppable. Pain is not optional, it is required, and your future self is already counting on it. You want respect? Pain. You want strength? Pain. You want legacy? Pain. Every man who ever conquered the world, every man who ever left a mark, every man who ever commanded respect, they understood this. And every moment you refuse to endure, you dishonor the man you are meant to be. So embrace it. Run toward the discomfort. Fight through the burn. Endure the struggle. Harness the suffering. Turn agony into ammunition. Borrow power from pain. And give your future self the weapon he needs to stand unbroken, victorious, immortal. The enemy within. The deadliest enemy you will ever face doesn't live outside of you. It doesn't wield weapons or shout threats. It lives inside your own mind, your own body, your own soul. It's laziness, fear, doubt, the internal army that grows stronger every time you surrender to comfort, every time you quit, every time you avoid struggle. This enemy whispers in your ear, you're tired, you'll fail, you don't deserve it, tomorrow is fine. And you listen. Every compromise strengthens it, every hesitation feeds it. Every skipped effort trains it to dominate. And the terrifying truth? This enemy never sleeps. It is patient, relentless, insidious. It waits for every weak moment, every lapse in discipline, every excuse you swallow, and it strikes again and again. External challenges are easier. You can see your opponent, you can plan, you can fight, but the enemy within, you cannot escape it. You cannot negotiate with it. It knows your secrets. It knows your fears. It knows the corners you hide in and the weaknesses you pretend aren't there. It thrives on ignorance, on denial, on avoidance. And it will destroy the man you could have been if you let it. The weak blame circumstances. The strong attack the internal enemy before it can manifest. Every historical giant, Spartans, Caesars, Alexander, Genghis Khan, they fought the same war inside themselves that they fought on the battlefield. They mastered fear, crushed doubt, disciplined their bodies and minds before facing the world. That is why they conquered. That is why their names echo across time. Your internal enemy has already set its sights on your future self. Every time you skip effort, every time you accept comfort, every time you feed doubt, it grows stronger. It is building a legacy of failure for the man you are meant to become. Your future self sees it, he catalogs it, he remembers every act of weakness, and when he confronts you, he will either honor you for fighting or despise you for surrendering. Understand this, the enemy within cannot be appeased. It cannot be reasoned with. It cannot be ignored. You cannot outsmart it with excuses, distractions, or temporary comfort. The only way to win is to attack relentlessly, every day, every hour, every second. You must dominate it before it dominates you. Every morning, every challenge, every weight you lift, every difficult conversation you face, every battle you fight is against the enemy within. Every ounce of resistance, every act of courage, every moment you refuse to quit, it weakens it. And every act of surrender, every hesitation, every moment you choose ease over effort, it strengthens it. The enemy within will never stop. It will never show mercy. It will exploit every weakness, magnify every fear, amplify every doubt. And it will whisper to you that giving up is easier, that comfort is better, that avoiding struggle is safe. That is its nature. That is its weapon. And if you do not fight it, it will take everything you could have been. This is why discipline is sacred. This is why sacrifice is necessary. This is why struggle is not optional. You must confront the enemy within first, before life forces you to. You must master yourself before the world tests you. Because if you fail inside, the outside world will crush you without hesitation. Every man who ever achieved greatness fought this internal war. Every legend battled the fear, the doubt, the laziness that screamed at them to quit, to hide, to surrender. They understood that the battlefield within is the real war. Win there and you can conquer anywhere. Lose there and you lose everything. Your future self is watching. Every act of courage against the enemy within is recorded. Every act of surrender is logged. And one day, he will confront you. He will ask whether you fought the war inside as fiercely as you fought the world outside. He will demand an answer, and there will be no excuses. So face him now. Face the enemy within now. Call it out, challenge it, crush it. Do not wait for the battlefield outside to demand it. Attack every weakness, silence every doubt, obliterate every trace of laziness. Every victory you earn internally becomes armor for the man you are building. Every defeat internally becomes a wound your future self must carry. Do not fool yourself. This enemy is not small. It is massive, it is cunning, it is merciless, and it is relentless, but it is beatable. The man who fights it day after day, hour after hour, second after second, becomes unbreakable. He becomes unstoppable. He becomes the man his future self respects. Every moment you hesitate, every time you let fear win, every time you feed doubt, your internal enemy grows stronger. But every moment you fight, every ounce of discipline you summon, every step into discomfort, you shrink it, you dominate it. You make yourself unyielding. You make your future self proud. The enemy within is the ultimate measure. You cannot run, you cannot hide, you cannot negotiate, and the war is eternal. Fight it now or be crushed by it forever. Your future self is watching, and he will never forgive weakness. Time as the final weapon. Time is your enemy and your ally. It does not negotiate, it does not wait. Every second you waste is a bullet aimed at the man you could have been. Every moment of hesitation, every hour of distraction, every day surrendered to laziness, it cannot be reclaimed. Your future self sees it all, he counts it all. And one day, he will confront you for every second you allowed to slip away. Most men treat time like it is infinite. They scroll, they procrastinate, they delay, they drift, they think there's always tomorrow. They are fools. Time is the final weapon of life. It cuts faster than swords, strikes deeper than bullets, and leaves no mercy for weakness. You are bleeding seconds with every weak choice. And those seconds become minutes, hours, days, months, years. And once gone, they are gone forever. The difference between men who conquer and men who rot is how they respect time. Alexander the Great used every sunrise as a battle. Every hour was a step toward empire. Caesar built Rome, not by chance, but by mastering every tick of the clock. Every moment wasted by ordinary men is a resource stolen from their future self. And every moment seized becomes armor, weapon, and opportunity for the man you are meant to become. Time punishes the weak. Time rewards the relentless. The men who rise are those who treat each second as sacred, who grind while others sleep, who endure while others retreat. Time does not care about excuses. Time does not care about intentions. It only cares about actions. And your future self is watching every single one of them. Imagine the life you could have if you reclaimed every second wasted. Imagine the man you could be if every hour became fuel for growth, every struggle became momentum, every discomfort became armor. That man exists. He is waiting. But if you squander time, if you waste it on comfort, distractions, and fear, he will never exist, and your future self will despise the coward who stole his chance. Time is relentless, indifferent, unstoppable. You cannot bargain with it, you cannot pause it, you cannot delay it. The clock ticks on whether you fight or flee. Every tick is a test. Every second is a choice. And the choices you make now will echo into eternity. Do you want to leave your life as a story of wasted time? Do you want your future self to curse you for every hour squandered? Or do you want him to stand proud, seeing a man who mastered the hours, dominated the days, conquered the years? Time is the final weapon, and only those who respect it wield it. Every weak man treats time like a toy. Every strong man treats it like a sword. He wields it, cuts through obstacles, slices through distractions, and carves a path to power and legacy. Time is the battlefield where you fight your laziness, fear, doubt, and every excuse you tell yourself. Every second you win against weakness becomes a bullet in your arsenal. Your future self is counting on it. Every hour you waste, he suffers. Every hour you fight, he grows stronger. He is building himself from the minutes you seize and the moments you conquer. And one day, when he confronts you, he will judge you, not for what you felt, but for how you spent your time. Life is short. Pain is temporary. Weakness is optional. But time is absolute. Every man who ever left a mark understood this law. They mastered time. They treated it like a weapon, not comfort. And they forged themselves, their empires, and their legacies from it. The clock is running right now. Every second you hesitate, every moment you waste scrolling, lounging, or making excuses, your future self watches. He marks it, he catalogs it, he stores it. And one day, he will confront you with the results. Every second lost will demand payment. Every second seized will demand respect. Do not let your future self inherit your weakness. Take time as the weapon island strike with it, wield it, bend it to your will. Use it to train, to build, to fight, to conquer. Do not waste a single second on excuses. Do not surrender an ounce of effort to comfort. The battle is constant, and time is the weapon you must master or be destroyed. Every tick of the clock is a test of your will. Every hour is a trial of your strength. Every day is an arena where you prove to your future self that you are worthy. Fight like your life depends on it, because it does. Not just your life today, but the life you will live, the man you will become, the legacy you will leave. Time does not pause. It does not hesitate. It does not forgive. And your future self will remember every second you gave away and every second you seized. Respect it, master it, use it. And one day, when you meet him, he will stand tall beside you, not in contempt, but in pride. The weapon is in your hands. The battle is now. And the clock ticks on whether you fight or fall. The price of greatness. Greatness is not free. It never was. It never will be. Every man who left a mark, every legend whose name echoes through time, every empire that stood against the chaos, every one of them paid a price. And the currency is not money. It is sweat. It is blood. It is sacrifice. It is pain. And it is the relentless refusal to quit, even when the world screams for you to stop. Most men are too weak to pay it. They want glory without struggle. They want respect without effort. They want results without blood, without burning lungs, without aching muscles, without sleepless nights. They are fools. They are weak. And their future selves despise them for it. Every shortcut, every half effort, every moment of comfort, they are selling their potential for cheap relief. And it costs more than they can imagine. The price of greatness is the life you must live now. Not the life you dream of tomorrow, not the life you hope others will admire, but the life you actually endure today. You must fight when everyone else sleeps. You must lift when your body begs for rest. You must confront fear, pain, and failure with teeth bared. You must sacrifice desire, ease, and pleasure for a future that demands strength, discipline, and relentless action. Look at history. Spartans trained until their bodies cracked. Gladiators fought through blood, pain, and humiliation. Kings built empires while enemies attacked from every side. Leonardo da Vinci worked tirelessly through ridicule and rejection. They understood the law. If you are not paying the price, you are not earning greatness. And the world does not reward those who cheat the process. Your future self is watching every moment. He knows if you are paying the price or skimming the surface. Every skipped workout, every avoided challenge, every compromise, it is a debt he must carry. Every act of discipline, every struggle faced, every moment you endure, it is a deposit in the account of the man you are building. And one day, he will confront you with the balance. Do you want him to see a life of half measures, of laziness, of surrender? Or do you want him to stand proud, seeing a man who endured, a man who sacrificed, a man who refused to bow to weakness? The price of greatness is non-negotiable, and it is exacting. You cannot cheat it, you cannot delay it, you cannot avoid it. You either pay it in sweat, blood, and effort, or you pay it in regret, shame, and mediocrity. Every great man has sacrificed more than the weak man can imagine. Sleep, comfort, pleasure, safety, certainty. Relationships that weaken discipline. Anything that distracts from the grind. They understand that temporary pain is the key to permanent power, that short-term suffering is the path to long-term dominance, and that the world belongs to the man willing to pay the price no one else will. And make no mistake, the price of mediocrity is higher than the price of greatness. A man who quits, who avoids struggle, who chooses comfort over conquest, suffers forever. He carries regret in every moment, shame in every memory, and weakness in every fiber of his being. That is the true cost of avoiding the fight. The man who endures pain and pays the price for greatness dies with pride. The man who avoids it dies with contempt for himself. You are standing at the crossroads of price and reward right now. The life you lead today determines the man you become tomorrow. Do you pay with blood, sweat, and effort, building a body, a mind, a legacy your future self will honor? Or do you pay with laziness, excuses, and surrender, leaving your future self to curse the coward he inherited? Greatness demands everything. It demands that you endure the pain no one else wants to endure. It demands that you fight when the world is asleep, that you sacrifice when others are comfortable, that you bleed when others walk away. It demands that you stare fear in the face and laugh because you know it is nothing compared to the man you are becoming. The world will not give it to you. No one will hand it over. No shortcuts exist. You cannot buy greatness. You cannot borrow it. You cannot inherit it. You must earn it. Every drop of sweat, every moment of struggle, every act of discipline is a payment. And one day, your future self will count the coins. You want respect? Pay the price. You want power? Pay the price. You want legacy? Pay the price. Every shortcut is a betrayal. Every compromise is a theft. Every moment of weakness is a crime against the man you are meant to become. And your future self sees it all. He is recording it all, and he will not forgive you for cheating the process. Every man who has ever conquered the world, who has ever earned greatness, who has ever left a legacy, they understood the principle. No pain, no gain, no struggle, no dominance, no sacrifice, no glory. And they paid the price. They did not complain. They did not stop. They did not quit. So ask yourself, are you willing to pay? Are you willing to endure the sweat, the exhaustion, the pain, the rejection, the ridicule, the struggle? Or will you choose comfort, laziness, and surrender and let your future self inherit nothing but shame? The price is high, but the reward is eternal. Greatness is not a gift. It is a battle, a grind, a war. And only the men willing to pay the cost in full will ever taste it. The mirror test. Look in the mirror. Not at your reflection, not at the face the world sees, but at the man you are inside. Strip away excuses, comfort, distractions, and lies. What remains? Weakness, cowardice, mediocrity, or strength? courage, potential waiting to be unleashed. Your future self is standing behind you, watching, judging, and waiting for the truth. Every day, you face a choice. You can lie to yourself in the mirror, tell yourself it's fine to quit, fine to delay, fine to accept comfort. You can scroll, procrastinate, distract yourself, and pretend that the easy path won't catch up to you. But the mirror never lies. Your reflection doesn't care about excuses. It doesn't forgive weakness. It only shows the truth. And your future self knows it. The mirror is brutal because it reflects your reality, not your intentions. Most men avoid it. They look away. They cover it with false confidence, empty smiles, and excuses. But the man you want to be is not impressed by lies. He is built in the reflection, in the confrontation, in the raw honesty you refuse to hide from. Ask yourself, are you the man who fights, who bleeds, who endures, who refuses to quit? Or are you the man who shrinks, who hides, who compromises, who surrenders? Every lazy day, every weak choice, every moment of comfort is etched into that reflection. And one day, your future self will see it too. He will confront it. He will confront you. Look closer. Notice the fear in your eyes. Notice the doubt in your posture. Notice the hesitation in your hands. That is the enemy. That is the part of you that has allowed comfort, laziness, and surrender to rule. And that enemy is real, it is relentless, it will not forgive, and it will define the man you become if you do not act. But there is a weapon in that reflection. That fear, that doubt, that hesitation, they are evidence that change is possible. They are proof that you have a choice. You can step forward into discomfort, into struggle, into growth. You can fight, endure, and conquer. Or you can step back, shrink, surrender, and leave your future self to inherit nothing but shame. Every great man has faced the mirror and hated what he saw. He hated the weakness, the laziness, the cowardice, and that hatred fueled him. It drove him to act. It forced him to endure what others fled. It transformed reflection into action, fear into power, doubt into dominance. That is the mirror test. Not a polite check, not a soft glance, but a brutal confrontation with reality. Your future self is watching that reflection right now. He is analyzing every line, every posture, every hesitation. He is judging your choices. He is recording your cowardice or your courage. And he will not be kind. He will not forgive. He will only respect what you do with what you see. Stop lying to yourself. Stop hiding from the truth in the mirror. Stop pretending weakness is strength. Face yourself with brutal honesty. Confront the parts of you that want to quit, that crave comfort, that fear pain, and then destroy them. Crush them. Refuse to let them control the man you are becoming. Every moment of hesitation in front of the mirror is a vote for weakness. Every moment of discipline, every choice to endure, every act of courage is a vote for greatness. And your future self is counting the votes. Every second of effort or surrender is cataloged, remembered, and used to shape the man who will inherit your life. The mirror does not lie. Your reflection does not forgive. Your future self does not forget. They are witnesses to every compromise, every act of laziness, every corner you cut, and every victory you earn. And one day, they will confront you with the total of your choices. Look again. What do you see? Do you see a man who will fight, endure, and conquer? Or a man who will fold, shrink, and surrender? Your reflection is the battlefield. Your future self is to judge. And time is the weapon. The mirror test is simple. Be honest, be brutal, be relentless. See yourself as you are, not as you wish to be. Confront fear, confront doubt, confront weakness, and then act. Act with every ounce of effort, every drop of sweat, every shred of courage you possess. Because the man in the mirror will become the man your future self inherits. Fail the mirror test, and your future self will curse you. Pass it, and he will honor you. The choice is yours. The reflection never lies. The judgment is already happening. And the consequences are permanent. Legacy or oblivion. You will not live forever. Your body will decay. Your face will age. Your time will run out. Every second you waste, every excuse you swallow, every act of surrender, it all adds up. And when your life is over, the world will not remember your comfort. It will not honor your hesitation. It will not mourn the weak choices you made. It only remembers greatness. It only respects effort. It only records those who refuse to quit. Legacy is the reward of men who fight. Oblivion is the punishment of men who surrender. There is no middle ground. The world does not care about intentions, dreams, or plans. It only cares about action. What you leave behind, what your future self inherits, and how your name echoes after you are gone. That is the true measure of a life. Look at history. Caesar, Alexander, Spartacus, Lincoln, Mandela, none of them became legendary by taking the easy path. None of them surrendered when it hurt. None of them chased comfort, excuses, or fleeting pleasure. They fought, they bled, they endured, they sacrificed everything for something greater than themselves. And the world remembers them because they refuse to be ordinary. Oblivion is the fate of the weak, the lazy, the complacent, the man who shrinks from struggle, who embraces comfort, who quits at the first sign of pain. His name is forgotten, his efforts vanish. His life is a cautionary tale to no one. His future self despises him, and the world doesn't notice. That is the cost of surrender. Your future self is watching right now. He sees the legacy you are building or destroying. Every choice, every act, every second of effort or laziness is being recorded. And one day, he will confront you with the total of your life. He will ask, did you fight or did you fold? Did you endure or did you escape? Did you build something that mattered or did you vanish into obscurity? Legacy is earned through sacrifice. Legacy is built through struggle. Legacy is forged in the fires of pain, discipline, and relentless action. There is no shortcut. There is no easy path. There is only the man willing to endure, to fight, to conquer, to leave behind something the world cannot ignore. Oblivion is the choice of the weak. It is the consequence of comfort, excuses, and surrender. It is the inevitable outcome of the man who refuses to fight. And the worst part, he carries it with him long before he dies. Every day wasted, every act of cowardice, every moment of weakness, it is oblivion in slow motion. Your future self lives with it, your soul bears it, and one day, the world will too. The stakes are primal. Fight for legacy or submit to oblivion. There is no neutrality. Every decision counts. Every act compounds. Every moment builds or destroys. Your future self sees it all. The man you leave behind is in your hands. He is waiting for you to prove that you are worthy, that you are strong, that you are relentless. Greatness demands courage. It demands endurance. It demands refusing comfort, refusing excuses, refusing surrender. It demands that you fight today for a future that cannot be claimed without battle. That is how legacy is built. That is how names are remembered. That is how your future self stands proud, not ashamed. Oblivion is easy. It is the path most men choose. It is the consequence of weakness, fear, and laziness. It is the natural outcome of surrendering to comfort and excuses. It is the fate of the man who never fights, never endures, never sacrifices. He dies twice, once inside, once outside. And his future self despises him for it. You want your name to echo? You want your life to mean something? You want your future self to stand proud, not ashamed? Then act now, sacrifice now, endure now, fight now. Every second you waste, every excuse you swallow, every comfort you embrace is a brick in the grave of your legacy. Every moment you resist, every act of courage, every ounce of effort is a monument to the man you are building. Time is your enemy, comfort is your trap, and your internal weaknesses are your opposition. But legacy is the prize for the relentless. Oblivion is the cost of surrender. The war is ongoing, and the battlefield is your life. The confrontation is inevitable, and the verdict will be absolute. Your future self is standing behind you. He is waiting. He is judging. He is measuring. And one day, he will confront you. Will he honor your fight, your sacrifices, your refusal to quit? Or will he curse your weakness, your surrender, your comfort-addicted cowardice? The choice is yours, but the consequences are eternal. Do not waste another second. Do not give another inch to mediocrity. Fight for legacy. Fight for strength. Fight for the man your future self will respect. Because oblivion is merciless and greatness is unforgiving to those who do not earn it. The final confrontation is coming. Not with an enemy outside, not with a rival, not with fate itself. The final battle is within you. Between the man you are now and the man your future self demands you become. Between weakness and strength. Between surrender and conquest. between mediocrity and greatness, and it will not wait. It will not hesitate. It will not forgive. Your future self is standing behind you right now. Every choice, every hesitation, every act of cowardice has been recorded. Every moment of discipline, every ounce of effort, every confrontation with pain and fear, it is logged. And the day will come when he confronts you, when he demands an accounting for every second of your life, and he will not accept excuses. This confrontation is merciless because it is absolute off. You cannot lie, you cannot bargain, you cannot hide. He is the embodiment of all the potential you squandered or seized, the reflection of every sacrifice or surrender, the judge of every struggle faced or avoided. And he will not be kind. He will demand the truth, and the truth is brutal. Look at your life right now. The comfort you embrace, the laziness you tolerate, the distractions you chase, this is your enemy. It is building a legacy of weakness for the man you are meant to become. Every skipped challenge, every half effort, every surrendered moment is a brick in the wall that separates you from greatness. And one day, your future self will demand an answer. This is the moment of reckoning. The man you are now will meet the man you could have been. Every fear you refuse to face, every doubt you allowed to grow, every moment of pain you ran from it is on trial. Every act of discipline, every confrontation with struggle, every sacrifice made it is on trial too. And the verdict is inevitable. There is no mercy, there is no compromise, there is only truth. And truth is primal, raw, merciless. It will strip away your excuses, expose your weaknesses, and reveal what you truly are. And your future self will see it all. He will see if you fought when it was hardest, if you endured when every instinct screamed to quit, if you refused comfort in favor of conquest. This confrontation is not theoretical, it is real. Every second you waste is building the courtroom. Every act of strength is building your defense. Every surrender is building the indictment. The trial is constant, relentless, and inescapable, and the judge, jury, and executioner is the man you could already be. You have fought external enemies, you have endured challenges, you have carried burdens, but none of that compares to this final confrontation, because this battle cannot be won with strength alone. It cannot be won with knowledge or skill. It cannot be won with luck. It can only be won with absolute accountability, relentless discipline, and the refusal to quit. Every legend you admire, every man who has left a mark on history, faced this confrontation in some form. Alexander the Great, Caesar, Spartacus, Muhammad Ali, they all faced the mirror of their potential. They confronted their future selves with every choice, every sacrifice, every ounce of effort. And they conquered because they refused to surrender. Your future self is not patient. He does not forgive. He is waiting. Every act of comfort, every act of laziness, every moment of fear, you are feeding him a story of weakness. Every act of courage, every ounce of discipline, every confrontation with struggle, you are feeding him a story of strength. And one day, he will confront you with that story, and there will be no room for lies. This is the moment to act. Not tomorrow, not when you feel ready, now. Every second counts. Every act counts. Every moment of courage counts. Because the confrontation is not coming, it is already here. It is within you. And the man you are now is standing face to face with the man your future self demands you become. Do not flinch, do not shrink, do not surrender. Every ounce of fear must be crushed, every doubt must be silenced, every weakness must be destroyed. And every moment of effort, every act of discipline, every embrace of struggle must be amplified. The man you are now must fight for the man you will become, or he will be crushed by him. Your future self is the ultimate measure. He is absolute, he is merciless, he is unforgiving, and he is inevitable. You cannot escape him. You cannot hide. You cannot delay. He is waiting, watching, judging, and recording. And when the confrontation comes, he will demand everything you are capable of giving and nothing less. This is why excuses are worthless. Comfort is poison. Laziness is fatal. Every second wasted, every corner cut, every moment surrendered is ammunition for the condemnation your future self will deliver. And he will not forgive weakness. He will not honor hesitation. He will only honor relentless action, sacrifice, and courage. Fight for him. Fight for the man you are meant to become. Fight for every second, every struggle, every sacrifice. Turn fear into fuel, pain into power, doubt into dominance. Do not give him reason to despise you. Do not allow the man he sees to be weaker than he should be. This confrontation is everything, and the stakes are absolute. The final confrontation is not optional. It is not a choice. It is the sum total of every moment you have lived and every moment you will live. Every act of discipline, every act of surrender, every ounce of effort, every second of comfort, it all converges here. And your future self is waiting to judge. Win this confrontation, and you leave a legacy. You forge strength, power, and respect. You honor every sacrifice. You become the man your future self envisioned. Lose it, and you inherit weakness, regret, and contempt. There is no middle ground. There is only absolute accountability, and the verdict is coming. The battle is not theoretical. It is not distant. It is within you, right now, in every choice, in every second, in every act of courage or cowardice. And your future self is watching, judging, and waiting. The confrontation is relentless. The stakes are primal. The outcome is determined by nothing but your will, your discipline, and your refusal to quit. Act now. Fight now. Sacrifice now. Endure now. Confront fear, pain, doubt, and weakness with every ounce of strength you possess. The man you are now must fight for the man your future self will become. There is no delay. There is no mercy. There is only action, and there is only victory or contempt. The final confrontation is here. Face it. Dominate it. Win it. Because your future self is watching, and he will not forgive weakness. Rise or rot. Everything you've endured, every choice you've made, every second you've wasted or conquered leads to this. Rise or rot. There is no neutrality. There is no pause. There is no mercy. The world will not wait for you to feel ready. Your future self will not beg you to fight. Time will not grant you another chance. And every weakness you've tolerated, every act of surrender, every shortcut you've taken, they are catching up with you now. Rise or rot. The choice is primal, absolute, and irreversible. The man you could be is staring at you, waiting for action, waiting for courage, waiting for discipline. He does not care about excuses. He does not negotiate. He does not forgive. He only demands everything you've got, and he will take no less. Look at the men history remembers. They did not wait for comfort. They did not plead for safety. They did not hope others would pave the path. They rose. Every pain became power. Every struggle became strength. Every failure became fuel. They understood one simple law. You either rise or you rot, and the world does not care which path you chose. Your future self is watching this moment. Every decision you make, every ounce of effort, every act of courage or cowardice is being recorded, and when he confronts you, the verdict will be merciless. Will he see a man who rose to meet pain, fear, struggle, and doubt, or will he see a man who rotted in comfort, laziness, and surrender? Rise or rot. That is the law of life, of time, of strength, of legacy. Weakness is fatal. Comfort is poison. Excuses are shackles. Every second you delay, every moment you shrink, every act of avoidance is rot. Every second you fight, every ounce of discipline you summon, every confrontation with struggle is rise. The battle is constant. The stakes are eternal. History does not reward the timid. The world does not honor hesitation. Your future self does not respect delay. He respects action, courage, endurance, and relentless will. And he is watching, waiting, judging, recording. Every moment you rot, he despises you. Every moment you rise, he nods in respect. Rise or rot. The fight is internal. The enemy is within. Laziness, fear, doubt, weakness, they will not vanish. They will not forgive. They will test you until you either submit or conquer. Every man who ever left a mark fought them. Every legend, every conqueror, every king, every titan, they faced their own weakness and refused to surrender. That is why they are remembered. That is why their names echo through eternity. Your rise demands sacrifice. It demands pain. It demands discipline, struggle, endurance. It demands that you confront fear and doubt with unflinching ferocity. It demands that you refuse comfort, delay, and excuses. And above all, it demands relentless action. Every second you hesitate, rot spreads. Every second you act, rise strengthens. Imagine your future self standing over the life you built or failed to build. Does he see a man who rotted, who surrendered, who wasted every opportunity, every second, every ounce of potential? Or does he see a man who rose, who conquered, who refused to quit, who transformed pain into power and struggle into strength? That is the confrontation you face. That is the verdict you earn. Rise or rot. This is not abstract. This is not optional. This is the law of survival, the law of strength, the law of legacy. Every choice compounds, every second matters, every struggle you embrace builds the man your future self will inherit. Every weakness you tolerate builds the man your future self will despise. Pain is a weapon. Discomfort is a forge. Struggle is the grindstone of greatness, and you must wield it, endure it, embrace it, because the alternative is rot. The alternative is weakness. The alternative is mediocrity, and your future self will remember it. Rise or rot. The time is now. Do not wait. Do not hesitate. Do not seek comfort. Fight, struggle, endure, sacrifice, build, conquer. Every second, every choice, every action matters. Your future self depends on it. History depends on it. Your life depends on it. Every man who achieved greatness chose to rise. Every man who left a legacy chose to rise. Every man who conquered fear, pain, struggle, and doubt chose to rise. And the rest, they rotted. They faded. They were forgotten. Their names, their potential, their lives erased by weakness, laziness, and surrender. You are alive now. You are standing in this moment. You are looking at your life, your choices, your potential, and you must decide. Rise or rot. Your future self is watching, your legacy is waiting, and the clock is unforgiving. Rise or rot. Let this be the law you live by. Let this be the fire in your veins. Let this be the steel in your spine. Let this be the roar of your ambition, the unbreakable will that refuses to quit, the relentless force that conquers every fear, every doubt, every weakness. Rise, because rot is easy. Rise, because rot is permanent. Rise, because your future self is watching, and he will respect nothing less than your absolute refusal to surrender. Rise, because time will not wait. Rise, because pain, struggle, and discipline are the price of everything you desire. Rise, because the man who rots is forgotten, and the man who rises becomes eternal. The choice is yours. There is no middle ground. Rise or rot. And the world, your future self, and your legacy will remember which path you chose.